Good news, everybody! It's time for another episode of Pinch of Nerd, the podcast about food and nerds and pinching both. I am, as always, J. Allen Bell, and with me is...
Hello, boys, girls, and non-binaries. I'm Mark Adams, and to my right...
I am Chef Aaron.
This is a special episode.
Yeah, it is.
Because we have a super special guest.
Yay.
We have with us, in the studio this evening, Wanda the Cheese Wizard.
Hello.
So, just to establish your credentials, which is something we are wont to do in this podcast.
I'm guessing it has something to do with wizardry.
Sorcery or warlockness.
So the wizard thing is kind of a jokey, fun thing, but you are a for real cheese person.
Yes, I am a certified cheese professional.
You have like a stamp that says I cheese.
I got a
Therefore, I
sticker
choose.
and a patch for my non-existent jacket.
But you actually have a certificate, right?
And I have a certificate.
Does the
as well.
certificate say you are certified to cheese?
No, it says that I'm a certified cheese professional.
I see.
They don't have a sense of humor.
You know,
Cheese people not having a sense of humor, that's odd.
I know, they like
It's
the
odd to
cheesy
me.
stuff.
there you go.
I don't get it.
So, but also in addition to your cheeseness, you are also a nerd,
I would say I'm about 45% nerd.
Good enough.
but you have a specific nerdiness for Futurama.
I do enjoy Futurama.
That's great because that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah!
She has been known on
Futurama.
occasion to enjoy the Futurama.
There have been shiny metal asses that have been bit, let's say.
Yes, so this episode of Pinch of Nerd podcast is about Futurama. And if you hang out towards the end of the episode, we will have a Futurama adjacent recipe provided by Chef Aaron.
Futurama adjacent because the property values in Futurama have been really high, so you really got to get a few blocks east.
In New York.
Exactly.
New Brooklyn.
Yes.
So let's start off something simple. Is Futurama the greatest cartoon ever? Series. Is
Serious question.
Futurama the greatest cartoon series as a whole when you take the entire breadth of the Futurama existence and compare it against every other cartoon?
Jeez.
As a whole, is it better? I argue yes.
Yes. But I do have a question. Why did you specify series?
Oh, good
Because
point.
individual episodes of other cartoons are better than individual episodes of Futurama.
Yes.
Certain seasons of certain shows, Simpsons. There are seasons within The Simpsons that are just magic and are better than anything else that's ever been created. But over the entire existence of The Simpsons, now that it's been on forever, there's just that little peak in the middle, or actually at this point at the beginning,
Freaking
very,
valley.
very
at
close
this
to the
where
point.
it was genius, and then meh.
Yeah, it's like a valley at this point.
So that's what I mean by the entire series. Okay. So I argue, yes, it is the greatest single collection of cartoons ever assembled and produced.
I'm gonna vote, but I want to wait for our special guest to vote. Wanda?
I would disagree. I think that I would put both Steven Universe and Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beasts ahead of Futurama.
Okay.
So I will agree with you on Kipo being a fantastic show. But I don't know as a whole if it would be
It's
considered
shorter.
better than...
Okay, let me. So I'm actually disagreeing as well. However, I will put it in the top 10. I want to know what your criteria are to make a cartoon like considered like the best in the universe. Is it because it's the funniest? Because it's the most thought out?
It is
what are we-
whatever the criteria is, and that's why it's a question, not a statement. The criteria
I
is
see.
what you find most
Okay.
appealing in a show. So for
Okay.
me, Futurama is my favorite complete series. That's not to detract and say everything else sucks. I haven't seen Steven Universe, so I don't know. But Keeper is
Okay.
great. But it appeals to me in every... It hits all of my nerd buttons. And as a matter of fact, I argue that it's also kind of a nice... what's the term for representation of something? It's
all inclusive.
No, it's representative of this podcast even because it's very nerdy
Yeah.
and it's very food centric in a lot of episodes.
So my explanation for why I think it is because I can sit there and point to only one episode in the entire run of the show that I do not like. And out of all of them, I don't know how, whatever, 7, 8 seasons,
No,
couple
there's
movies.
13.
There's like
Is there
there's
13?
quite a bit since they.
Well, but
well, the movies count as
Yeah.
a season.
yeah,
so-
yeah.
But out of all of those, there's only one episode that if it comes on, I will turn off.
Yeah, I don't think I would turn off any episodes, but I don't think that's enough for me to say, this is the best. I've seen a lot of cartoons.
And I know which
lot.
episode it is because I think we've talked about it, but I also agree.
I'm curious to know, but we can get to that later.
No, we'll get to it right now.
Okay, screw it. Let's do it.
So we've established that it's a fucking great cartoon.
It absolutely is.
The one that's not fucking great, and I agree that I will not watch it because I just dislike it so much, is, and the sad thing about this is, it's my favorite fucking character in the entire thing. Well, second favorite. It's the Zoidberg one
Oh, with
with his fucking uncle.
It's called That's Lobstertainment.
Yes, I know that episode.
And they
It is
try to.
such a bad
It's
episode.
kind of okay. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not very good. Yeah, Wanda agrees. Wanda doesn't agree.
Does anyone remember the Futurama movie where the characters look like Zoidberg, but they're kind of naked?
The naked guys, yeah. That was the
Yes.
first one.
I hated that.
the whole movie, the whole
thing
season.
because the whole time I was watching it, it grossed me out.
They were, what was the name of them? They were the nudists.
The new was it
Nudonians?
Nudars or Nudons?
I don't
Something
remember.
like that. Yes. The one where they send him back in time. Well, there are parts of that were great. The tattoo on Fry's butt,
Okay, well, yeah.
that's 0010110001. And how Nibbler goes back in time and is under his chair. And then Fry goes back in time and becomes Lars. So parts of that I like, but that I agree that was a weak season.
Yeah.
Because they split that movie when they rebroadcast it into a season.
Okay, so going back to Lobstertainment, I feel like that episode was just they told Billy West, do your thing and do what makes you happy. And sometimes that doesn't necessarily translate into good entertainment or a good product for a mass consumer, because Billy West is super into that kind of comedy, that early 20th century, vaudevillian, like look at me make these yucks and yak 'em ups and whatnot. And I really think that episode is purely that. It's just him trying to be old vaudeville greats, and maybe it doesn't translate.
Yeah, I can't. Well, I mean, the whole character of Harold Zoid, I just didn't like.
Yeah.
And just the whole arc in that episode was just not very good. It's just boring, and it's not even the vaudeville stuff. It's dumb.
I'm gonna be.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Let's not spend time talking about the
Yeah,
one
fair enough.
episode that we dislike. Let's talk about
Let's talk about the dog dying.
Oh God!
Oh,
And that's the
are
other
we
thing.
getting right into Jurassic Park?
There are so many
Holy
good,
crap.
almost tear-jerking moments in
Yes.
that series also. So it
Yes.
hits all the buttons.
Yes.
But who is the best Futurama character, and why is it not the robotic Satan?
Why is it? No, but it is.
Robot
No,
Devil is my
Roberto.
favorite. Or
Rob-
Beelzebot.
Oh, which one's Beelzebot?
That's
That's
Robot
the
Devil.
Robot Devil.
Oh.
His name is Beelzebot.
Yes, that is his official
Yes.
name.
I love the Robot Devil so goddamn much.
Now, so
Any episode that he's in is
Yes.
magical. And Hedonism Bot is also
Yes.
way up there for me.
yes, I would agree. Beelzebot actually voiced by Dan Castellaneta, which is probably why part of
is
the
it?
reason. Yes,
Beelzebot.
I did not
except
know
for
that.
one episode where Maurice LaMarche voiced him for some reason. It was just a one-liner. But there are episodes where Robot Devil's just there. He doesn't say anything. But the couple of episodes where he's featured, like the one where the holophoner where
They swap
Fry,
hands.
yeah, they swap hands. That one is
God, so
chef
good.
kiss. And I would say, what's the update? The one where they introduce it, basically, like the whole concept of Robot Hell is
Robot Hell.
introduced.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know if that's so. Skip me for now, because I
No,
don't know who.
no,
I
no
don't-
skipping.
No skipping. Shoot, because were you saying Robot Devil was your favorite character?
No, he is the best.
He is
And
the
I was
best.
saying, why would you not think that he is? Because he is.
I see. I don't know that I disagree with that.
Well, there you go.
I can agree, but like I said, I would throw Roberto up there.
But Zoidberg is...
Zoidberg.
I don't remember who Roberto.
Roberto's the one that always wants to
stabbing.
stab.
He wants to stab.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got the two big, like the...
Oh,
the-
no,
the-
I hate that character. No, okay. So the reason Robot Devil is definitely the best character is because he's not Roberto. It's like, yeah, I don't like Roberto.
So I would say that Robot Devil is my favorite as far as like just making me laugh and be happy that he's like in a scene.
Yes.
But as far as like well-rounded characters, he's you know.
So of the
evil.
core then.
Of the core, I would say Leela.
I would go Zoidberg because Zoidberg has one of my favorite moments of the entire show, which is when he's passed a drink at a bar. I think it's the Titanic episode. Maybe not.
It's the one of the first couple episodes. It's the where they go out to try and cheer up Leela about being having her life interrupted, and they
he's
go to
sitting
the
at the
club.
bar,
Yep.
and he gets passed a drink, and he can't grab the drink because he has a claw, so it keeps slipping out. Every time he closes the claw, he pushes the drink away.
I point to
And
that
then
moment.
it falls over, and he goes, "Oh!" And I laugh hard.
I point to that moment as the what sold me on that show, and that's how I know it's one of the very first, like, second or third episode where they do it.
So I'm going to say core characters Leela, but the reason is kind of, it's a long drive, and I don't know if you guys are comfortable in the back seat for this one, but I'll go ahead and take you along.
Is it going to make us uncomfortable? Is this
No,
like confession?
no,
Is this a Dear
it's-
Diary?
so
A Red Shoe
if you-
Diary?
if
Is this the Rule 34 version? Of,
No, it's definitely not. So, Katie Seagal, who voices Leela Organa, is that her last name? That's like Leia's last name.
no, Leela. I don't know if they
do.
or
It's right on the tip of my tongue.
I thought it was like
To
Taranga
Leela.
Leela. So, Katie Seagal, who voices that character, I grew up watching Married with Children when I wasn't
Right.
supposed to be. It was banned in my house because my mother's a therapist and she doesn't understand satire, and she didn't see it for the satire it was. She took it very seriously. So I saw this actress who was just way over the top, like, you know, naggy housewife, whatever. And to see her in a different light was really fascinating to me. And then I actually had the privilege of seeing her play in a jazz band in Orange County, California. One of my old guitar players actually opened for her. And it was just really cool to see her in these different lights. And I think that's always stuck with me. And because of that, so it's like a meta reason for liking Leela.
So do you like the episode where
Yes.
The-
I already know what you're going to say. Go ahead, finish it.
the Married with Children episode
Yes.
where she goes and lives with Al and the rats?
Yes. And the rats woo because that's what happens on Fox Entertainment. You know, all the Fox jokes, of course, you know, those hit home pretty good. Yes, I absolutely love that one.
Okay, Chef, your favorite core character.
I'm gonna have to go with Fry, just because. I mean, you can't not go with Fry and Bender as number one and number two.
You can, and I think we all just disagreed with you.
Well, but I mean, every single one is great, but I'm gonna go with Fry.
No, Fry's a solid choice because he's a super relatable character to a lot of people, not everybody, obviously. But Billy West's approach to that character I really respect. It's like, yeah, Fry was me when I was 24, and everybody can remember what they were like when they were like barely an adult, barely a functioning adult.
I can relate to him because he's stupid.
There you go.
Hey, but you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for a segment.
Segment.
Okay, this segment... Jesus, what was
Cement.
that? This segment was submitted by one of our listeners.
Ooh.
So here you go.
Buckle up, folks.
Another one of my... You know what? I'm just going to say this over and over through the course of this episode. My favorite, my favorite, my favorite. Because it's true.
We have a
all
lot
my
of favorites, and that's okay. It's okay.
One of my favorites
Yes.
is Zap.
Zap Brannigan.
It's a would you rather.
Uh-oh.
Would you rather, Wanda, be stranded on a planet with Zap forever, or mate with him for just one time and be done with him?
I would definitely go mate with him just one time and be done with him. Because that's kind of what Leela did, and he reminded her of it for all time.
That's true.
But at least she wasn't stuck with just him.
So as long as you could guarantee that it was for just one time and he would never not be coming back over and over and over again.
Yes.
Okay. Chef.
I would have to say he'd be a gentle lover, so therefore I would stick with him.
Ooh. You really think he'd be a gentle
No,
lover?
not at all, but
I think he's a clueless, oblivious lover.
Yes. He does not care about the feelings of others.
But is that fine?
well, yeah, but
is
neither
that,
do
some
I,
people,
so there we go.
Yeah, some people want that in a lover.
This is true. A selfish lover.
Hit it and quit it. That's what I always say.
Can we talk
But
about...
if that's what you say,
Yes.
then why would you want to stick with him for a year?
Forever.
For a year. Yeah, thank you.
For eternity.
No comment.
Let's talk about this planet for a second. Access to basic services, food, water, shelter, entertainment other than Zap.
No.
Are there other people?
You're the only two.
Okay, so we basically have to learn to... Why would anyone pick that?
No, we would all die.
Yeah, we would literally... He is useless. Vestigial.
I'll answer as part of my answer.
All right.
But
I think
Give
my
me-
answer
give
is
me-
one and done. Let's just hit it and quit it.
so we have 2 hit it and quit it's and 1 forever. I'm going to go with the forever. Because if it's only us, he will provide some entertainment, but he will also provide food. Because I'd eat him. Straight up.
Oh.
But then
If
that's
shit
not
got real-
forever.
Well,
It's
a
forever,
kind of
no, yeah.
forever.
I mean, his bones would be there forever. I'm not going to eat his bones.
Yeah, he'll become
Okay.
part of the planet.
You could
You're not
put
gonna
them
do
in your
marrow?
broth. Stew them.
No. So I've had bone marrow twice.
It's delicious.
I disagree.
I don't disagree.
I will say that I've had bone marrow twice, and there will not be a third.
That is a shame. That is
no.
a shame.
I was going to say, don't necessarily say that.
Yeah, I would.
Is that okay? Challenge, challenge.
Bone
chef.
marrow challenge.
Oh, I've got an idea for something with bone marrow. I haven't tested it yet, though.
So,
Bone marrow is the butter of the animal kingdom. How could you put that away? Spread that on a turtle.
so I think we need some expertise here. What kind of cheese goes best with bone marrow, and why is it Velveeta?
That's wrong.
Well,
I know there's a lot to
Clearly,
unpack there.
Jay is a cheese expert.
I think it would be better with Velveeta because the Velveeta, the processed taste, would just cover up everything you hate about the bone marrow, and so you would be able to eat it.
Wanda, don't encourage him.
Well, here's an alternate question to that. What is the best kind of cheese, and why is it Velveeta?
The best kind of cheese of all time?
Yes, and why is it Velveeta?
So when you took the cheese test,
Velveeta was not on.
I was going to ask how many Velveeta questions there were.
how many? Yeah.
0.
All right, but hold on.
Is it just because it's? I mean, everybody goes into the cheese industry just knows that Velveeta is like it. That's it.
It's kind of the unspoken rule.
The
It's
gold
like
standard.
Don't talk about Fight Club. Like, don't talk about Velveeta.
Right. We acknowledge that we all eat Velveeta, just don't talk about it.
Is it a cheese?
No.
Hell no.
It's a processed cheese food.
You didn't need a cheesemonger on the program.
I do need because I'm not going to.
All right.
I'm still. No offense,
Some
but
take
it's
it.
always going to be a cheese here, in my heart,
That's beautiful. I can't argue.
because I love it so goddamn much.
So, okay.
I had it yesterday.
I believe you.
I have a brick of it in my refrigerator, and I eat it with my mouth.
All right.
Because I love it. It is the best cheese. It is the second best to cheese.
You are
Mozzarella is the first.
You
and
are
best
so
cheese.
incorrect that we've gone full spectrum and you're right again. It's so bizarre. I don't know what to make of this. But you know what? I genuinely do want to know, what is a good cheese to pair with bone marrow?
And why is it Velveeta?
No, it's not. It's definitely not Velveeta. Like,
What's the best cheese that pairs with Velveeta?
a one-way ticket to an insane asylum?
That's not a
But
cheese.
no,
That's not
the correct answer to that is more Velveeta.
I don't know what cheese pairs with bone marrow because I've never
Have you not-
tried
have
to
you
make
not-
a pairing.
Well, have you not had bone marrow?
It's been like 25 years.
Oh, okay.
Do you think it's also disgusting?
I don't seek it out, but I would certainly use bones in a stock, and you would get it that way.
And you wouldn't necessarily use
You wouldn't.
Velveeta in a stock.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
But I do stock
If you wanted
Velveeta.
cheese broth. No, of course.
If If you want a cheese
You
broth,
can make a
you would
cheese
take
broth, yeah.
a bunch of Parmigiano Reggiano rinds and put it in water and cook it for a while. That'll make you a nice cheese flavored broth.
As a base for your Velveeta.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
For your Velveeta soup.
Well, Velveeta soup
AKA
was my
nacho
nickname
cheese.
in college.
Oh, gee. And silence.
I would think that a good, like, harder cheese, like
That's what I'm thinking.
like a Parmesan or, one of those type things would go best with the bone marrow.
Like-
Because it's basically fat.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want something that is
It's kind of salty to balance it
a little
out.
bit crunchy? You could go with like a 2-year Gouda, or you could do Bruna Alpina, which is the brown cow version of Parmigiano Reggiano.
There you go.
It's either
Brown.
brown or red.
How
Brown
now?
cow?
How now, Brian?
How now, red cow?
So different kinds of cows produce different colors of cow produce different
I
colors.
thought that
of,
was a myth.
It's because it's a breed. So it was a traditional cow that was used to make Parmigiano Reggiano, but it doesn't produce as much milk as like a Holstein or a Jersey cow.
Why is it not pronounced Parmesan?
Well,
I know that we're digging deep here.
We're digging-
and
Well-
we're getting real with cheese.
when
Digging deep and yet hitting the surface.
when someone asked me what the difference between the $3 of Parmesan and the $20 of Parmigiano Reggiano, and they say, well, why is this not okay? I would just say, but it's not Parmigiano Reggiano. So it's going to be not as salty, not as complex. It's probably not raw milk. So it's pasteurized, not aged for 2 years. So it's just going to be lacking in that depth that you get.
Not to mention all the regulation.
So
right?
for me,
And it's not, not
it's
somebody
not
that
Velveeta.
consumes Velveeta often,
AKA a child.
depth isn't something I'm necessarily
So you
looking
would
for.
buy
Correct.
a
You just
$3
drown it in
bread.
processed
Okay.
cheese food.
I got you.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So another cheese-related question, and I know the answer is Velveeta, but I'll answer it and ask it anyways. Which cheese would be best on a Poppler?
Ooh.
See what I did there? I brought it back to Futurama because that's how I
Ah.
fucking roll.
Yeah.
Anyway, serious question though. Poppler.
This is
what
good.
cheese are you
This is
gonna
good.
put?
I'm going to think about this.
That is one of my favorite episodes.
It's a fucking
However,
great-
I would rather
great
dip it in
episode.
honey mustard than put cheese on it because it's going to have like a fried chicken nugget type of thing. I feel like putting cheese on that is kind of gilding the
nacho
poplar
cheese?
lily.
Ooh, don't gild the poplar lily.
See, I would have
Did you
called.
say
I would,
nacho cheese?
Yes.
I would absolutely dip it in nacho cheese.
But I always looked at Popplers as more of like a fried shrimp.
That's what I
And
thought.
you wouldn't
Fried
want
shrimp,
to do
fried chicken
You wouldn't
nugget.
want to do cheese with shrimp.
You
unless
would
it's like a shrimp Alfredo.
You know, I'm
I
already.
don't eat shrimp.
I'm
so
already
I don't.
Me neither, that's why I think of-
hypothetically. Yeah, I'm I do. I love shrimp. I love fried shrimp. I am hypothetically pretending to eat an alien space creature. I'm absolutely dumping that thing in nacho cheese. And
Well,
no
I mean,
one will
nacho
stop
cheese
me.
does everything good. So
There you go.
That's true. So another related question.
Wait.
No.
Chef Aaron, what would he dip his poplar in? I know you're Velveeta.
buffalo sauce.
There you go. Very
That works.
Yeah. What about, no one picked barbecue sauce. thought
I
that
said
was-
honey mustard.
honey mustard is close. Yeah.
A nice hot barbecue would be good. Nice spicy barbecue.
How can you
smoky.
crave a food that doesn't exist? That's how good
Magic?
Futurama
that's,
is.
That's the magic of
That
Futurama.
is the magic of that. It made me crave an alien creature from the
So-
planet Omicron Persei, or whatever breeding
No, it was,
planet.
yeah, it wasn't
I
Omicron.
forget what the breeding planet was.
Well, so it's time for another segment.
Segment.
This one I just made up. Would you rather eat the Popplers once you knew what they were?
Got it.
So you knew they were babies, baby Omicronians.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather eat that or the orangutan dressed like Leela? Mark.
That's a good one. That is taking his full problem with Popplers. I mean all right, I gotta, I'm the guy that answers questions with questions. Are we skinning the ape and frying it in some way? Are we just eating it whole like Lur would have done?
As Lur would have done.
I'm eating the Popplers. I'm not even going to touch that. The Popplers are at least because okay, a giant orangutan, regardless of how it's dressed, is not going to be. I forget what the term is, but Popplers are
Edible?
Yummy.
Sexy.
No, remember Zap Brannigan says that it's a moderately attractive ape.
I did forget that.
He's like, I would not sacrifice a beautiful woman, but on the other hand, a moderately attractive ape.
So the Popplers are bite-sized. That's all I'm trying to say. And the ape is not. So the ape's going to be chewy, going to be difficult to eat. I might have some gastrointestinal issues as a result.
The hair would get in the way.
The hair would definitely get in the way. I'm going full Popplers.
I would say look at it like it's an egg.
Like the Popplers an egg?
Right.
Like a chicken egg.
Yeah, if you're a carnivore and you like eggs, I mean, that would become a chicken.
Oh, then I'm eating the Popplers twice.
But at what point do you stop that? Because would you still eat it like when it kind of
That
comes
becomes the
alive and
embryo.
he swims around in the...
So Popplers are just crunchy balut. Although balut I think is crunchy.
What?
Well,
Did you
'cause
say a
you're
balloon is crunchy?
No.
Balut.
Balut. Here we go.
The bear from Jungle Book?
No. Look at those bears. No. You can bleep that out too if you want.
You didn't sing enough of it to get there.
Fair enough. Balut, B-A-L-U-T, is a chicken embryo in an egg that is much farther along in the process.
Oh my god.
I've eaten a lot of shit in my life. I've eaten a goat's eyeball. I will not eat balut.
But you will not eat a monkey either. An orangutan.
Correct.
dressed
I will.
as a one-eyed
I will
cyclops.
put that on the list. I will not eat a one-eyed cyclops orangutan,
Okay.
and not balut.
I would
Look
if it
up
was
balut.
cooked and not raw.
The
I'd
monkey?
I'd try it, yeah. I'd try it.
So you would go monkey, not...
No, well, I mean,
Not Poppler.
as presented, I would go with the Popplers. But if the monkey was actually cooked, I'm not going to lie, I'd try it.
Wanda team
Wanda?
Popplers.
Well, I already said I would go with the Popplers.
Oh, you already said pop.
Yeah.
I think I would go... So if it's at the point where it had been established that it was baby Omicronians, that means I probably would have already had them.
Right. You've already killed babies.
I've already ingested them. So I would go with the monkey just to say, yeah, I ate an orangutan. I'd try it. Even though I eat like a 12-year-old, I try almost everything.
So a socially responsible 12-year-old.
What about the
I'm not socially
orangutan?
responsible at all.
Orangutan covered in Velveeta.
Yes.
Yeah.
And done.
So that would be Popplers.
Nailed it.
I would
What are
eat the
Popplers?
orangutan covered in Velveeta with Popplers sprinkled on top of it.
Oh, very
And I
nice.
would call
That's
that
delicious.
The Poppler surprise.
the boomerangutan.
Ooh. Sign me up.
And I stole that from the Tick, and I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry, Tick writers. I stole that joke.
Borrowed it, stole it, whatever.
What's your favorite food thing from... And this is going to be a segue. No spoilers.
Okay.
What's your favorite food thing from the Futuramas?
Oh, gosh.
Mine's the Spice Weasel. Because it's food adjacent. I just like the idea that... what's his name?
Emerald.
Elzar
Nice.
pulls on the Spice Weasel to bam.
Doesn't it like cough always?
Yeah, it like shoots out of its nose.
I don't know that I have a favorite food Futurama that you might have to skip me and come back.
So we'll skip you and we'll go to Wanda because I think I know what...
Well,
Chef's
mine
gonna
is
say.
boring
Chef's gonna
because it really is the Popplers episode. I think it's one of their best and the one that
I mean,
I
it-
quote most
Yeah.
often.
Yeah, you literally crave a food that doesn't exist from that episode. But I'll think about something else. Possibly.
As Fry says, it's like sex, but he's having them.
He did say that.
You got to pop a Poppler in your mouth when you eat at Fishy Joe's.
So
By the
Chef,
money-saving 10-pack.
so
Is
Chef
it a
Aaron,
10-pack?
what's
10 or 12?
your answer?
I am going to say Slurm.
Oh,
Yeah,
shoot.
buddy. That episode...
All right, we'll go Slurm. Yeah. I'll go Slurm too. Oh, what's happening here? Oh,
Just whip all that out. So.
Oh, no. Oh, shoot.
So, again, my favorite episode. in addition to all the other favorite episodes, is the one where they go to the Slurm
The
factory.
Slurm factory.
There is just so much in that episode.
Jesus.
That is just pure comedy gold.
That one line that I quote the most often.
Jumbo
Who are
Wumba,
they?
Gobbly ingredients.
Those are the Grumpalunkas.
Grunkalunkas. I don't think they're Chumbawambas.
Tell them I hate them. The tell them I hate them line was just...
That was Bender, wasn't it?
No,
No,
it
it
was the
was
professor.
Farnsworth.
Oh, tell them I hate them. Yeah, okay.
Just so much.
Grunkalunka, Gobbly ingredients. Please do not talk about the secret
keeps-
ingredient.
He keeps drinking it. And he finds out what it is and he gags and he just keeps drinking it.
Chumbawambas was Family Guy, not Futurama.
No, Chumbawamba was a band.
Yes.
No, but there was...
They get knocked
made
down,
fun
but
of-
they get up again.
They made... Pawtucket Pat Brewery, they made fun of Willy Wonka also, and the Little Helpers were the Chumbawambas. I thought that was Futurama. That's my bad. Grunkalunkas.
Grunkalunkas.
I
Slurms
see-
Mackenzie.
I do see...
Party on,
I'm just so
Slurms.
tired of partying.
Babes, you've served me well these 40 years.
Party on. But I see, Chef Aaron, that you presented a green-looking liquid.
Yes. So, I mean, I threw this out there
That
before.
definitely looks like sewer runoff.
One of the
I'm
first
not gonna
times
lie.
we ever have thrown out a segment beforehand, because I wanted to know what you guys would think Slurm would actually taste like. So I took that a step further and actually made some Slurm.
Glorious.
So I will answer what I think Slurm tastes like.
Keep in mind that it's the excrement from
Yeah.
a space
knowing
slug.
where it comes
A worm
from.
queen or...
Here's what I think it tastes like. If you took Mountain Dew and you put it in a dirty cup and you left it outside for like a week,
Okay. Yeah.
and whatever grew on it, and whatever fell in it, and then you just stirred it and drank it while it's still like 100 degrees outside.
Wow. Yeah, that's right, because Fry at one point says, oh, it's still warm. And
Yep.
he's drinking it, yeah.
That's what I think it tastes like.
Do I get to answer what I think?
Yes.
So I have a cop-out answer. I just think Slurm tastes like the soda Squirt. I think they were totally biting off a Squirt because I used to drink a lot of Squirt as a kid for some reason, because that was like the one soda that my grandparents always bought. There was always a 12-pack of frickin' Squirt.
So even though you know where it comes from,
Oh,
you
that
still
tastes
think
like
it
Squirt. Trust me. It tastes like... Okay, let me elaborate. Slurm tastes like Squirt for somebody that has drank Squirt for the better part of 20 years of their life and hates it.
Okay, Wanda, what do you think Slurm, knowing where it comes from and how it's made, what do you think it tastes like?
Well, I think texturally it should be much thicker, like a tomato
Like a
juice.
Sizzurp?
Oh, sure. Or like a tomato juice consistency. So probably I would say like green apple with like bright green food coloring. So like that fake green apple
Yeah.
flavor.
Could
Like Jolly
taste the
Rancher.
Red
Jolly
40 and
Rancher,
Blue
yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But in
So-
liquid form.
Oh, this is
Let's
happening.
see what Chef Aaron's version of
That is a solid pour, sir. Somebody sample that. I'm going to pass that down.
I hope that this doesn't taste like Mountain Dew that has been. God damn.
That is big
I have not been drinking.
professional. This is a professional podcast. Actually, I did drink before the podcast, but I feel fine now. What?
I was gonna say, let me go this way as opposed to
There you
knocking
go.
down all of the. So,
All right.
my old work.
Well, here we go.
Can we cheers
Let's cheers to
Sure.
Futurama,
to Futurama?
which is the greatest cartoon ever,
Sure,
and
whatever.
to the Pinch Nerd podcast, and to cheese.
Cheers!
Velveeta.
Hey!
Velveeta.
Can't reach you there, Wanda, but
So-
cheers.
This is not the official recipe for this episode.
So the nose is definite. That Mountain Dew for a week. I'm definitely getting that. So let me do a sip here.
So the little backstory.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So my old work actually has a soda fountain.
Okay.
And so while I was thinking about it, I was like, shit, I'll just go make it. So I took a whole bunch of syrups. and-
Sizzurps.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this has lemon, lime, some orange, a little bit of coconut, some kiwi, some cardamom, some anise, some
What the
dragon
shit is
fruit.
a niece?
Oh.
Hold on.
Do you want me to give you
You,
another?
you put somebody's niece in this?
Yes.
No, we put anus in this.
Oh shit.
with anus.
That fits. That tracks. I mean, that's true to the source. So that's good.
So a little bit of dragon fruit,
Nice.
some saffron, and oddly enough, some spinach.
I'll be danged.
Spinach?
This is brilliant. I love this.
I don't get a hit. This is actually really good.
You know, I drank this and I'm like,
However-
that's pretty good. And you told me the ingredients. I'm like, I freaking love this.
I only taste Slurm. I don't taste any of the spinach.
I taste the like lemon, lime,
Yeah.
fruit punch type of sort of Kool-Aid mixed with a little bit of soda water type.
Definitely getting the Scissor feel. Like there's a lot of sugar in this for sure.
Oh, there's definitely a lot of sugar.
Which Slurm probably, well, it doesn't have sugar probably, but
It probably doesn't, but Diet Slurm.
diets
Definitely does not have
Just
sugar.
1 worm calorie there. Yeah, this is
All right.
great.
Okay, so that's a bunch of bullshit. That's basically just Mountain Dew and Powerade.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Well, now I want you to make the thing you just described. Can you make the thing? You lied to us?
I said lemon and lime and soda.
And just the whole, yeah, I get the whole Mountain Dew feel.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Yeah, it's literally, I was going to actually do Mountain Dew Baja Blast with the regular Mountain Dew.
You have
but
to
they
order
didn't-
Taco Bell.
They
to get
didn't
Baja
have
Blast.
it, so I did Blue Powerade.
Oh my gosh. You son
And
of
you
a
just made it green?
Well, yellow and blue make green.
And Slurm.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, you got us. Shoot. We got me. Because I was like, yeah, I taste cardamom. Right now.
I didn't.
I was actually going to do also just straight up Mountain Dew with some blue food coloring
Wow.
to turn it green.
So wait, like, where did that bullshit list of ingredients come from?
Just I was sitting there thinking of what's some of the weirdest shit I could come up with to see if you guys would be like, yeah, I taste the cardamom in there.
You know, the power suggestion, I have to say, like, you got me good. You got me good. It's okay. So I have a very shameful story to share. I'm a bit of a coffee nerd too. I absolutely hate Folgers. I think Folgers is disgusting. So one day,
But it's the best part of waking up.
the best part of waking up is that you get to live another day.
Is it?
I don't know. Maybe
Don't
not.
ask
Maybe not
millennials
right now. My roommate put Folgers crystals in my regular cup of coffee to let's see if anyone noticed, and I didn't notice. And I was like, "Hey, coffee's really good today," and she's like, "Aha!" And I felt like an ass, and it hurt. It hurt a lot.
It's done.
And you never talk to her again.
I never spoke to that person ever again, except for last week when I saw her. But yeah, I got duped. I got duped bad. So the power, the way
No. Dupe is the.
I got duplicated.
No. Dupe is the.
DOOP.
Confederate. Yes. The government.
Oh
in
yeah.
Futurama.
We're talking about Zach Brannigan? Doesn't he? blow
Democratic
up?
Order of Planets.
Yeah, he blows up Dupe. Their new
Dupe
headquarters.
headquarters.
Yeah, and then he
Well,
gets
yeah.
put on trial. That's a good episode too. Let's bring
Is it
back
your
around.
favorite? Because it's probably my favorite.
No, my favorite's Jurassic Park. That you know, I didn't appreciate that episode as much as a kid, and as an adult, I watch it. It's like, oh my gosh, that hits hard. And it's
does hit hard.
There are
funny.
It still hits
It's got
hard,
some
and I've
funny
still seen
moments.
it.
Yeah, honestly, that hits hard. But to me, the one that works is even worse. Is the one where Fry goes back to his parents.
Oh,
The nephew.
No, the one where
The four-leaf clover one is, or no,
no,
four.
it's the one where he goes and basically has the last day with his parents, and he goes and he sees what I don't remember the setup now, but he goes back and he lives his life of what he would have done had he stayed there. You know,
Isn't that the
not
one where he
gone
goes
frozen.
back in time and it's the
I don't-
nudist one?
I don't
The
think so.
Movie that we were talking about earlier, because he goes back and becomes Lars, but he goes back and lives.
But see, I don't think so because I think that's something different.
I failed.
I
'cause
could be
haven't
wrong.
Seen the movies, so sorry.
I don't recall the episode you're thinking of.
But just that the episode ends with basically him saying goodbye to his mom, and I think to me that one hits harder than
Okay.
Then
Yeah,
the
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Well, the
so-
nephew one hits pretty hard too.
Yeah.
His nephew Philip J. Fry, that was the first man on Mars.
Yep.
Oh,
But it the whole flashback.
what is that?
This is the villain that I hate the most.
That's
The
the
Newtonians.
Newtonians, or
Is it?
what are they
I mean,
called?
he's wearing clothing.
Well, he's wearing the stuff that Bender stole for him.
Oh, I see.
But what are they called?
I want to say they're like I said, I think they're Newtars.
Newtars. Yeah, this is going to be an episode where I've seen
Yes.
more than 34 seconds of Futurama, but
They're
I've
the
probably
Newtars?
at least watched.
Nudar.
Noodars.
See, I hated them so much I didn't even remember
You
their
just
names.
straight up blocked them out of your memory.
Yeah,
That's fair.
it was traumatic.
You know what else is
Is it
traumatic?
because their nakedness brought up things
But
in
it's
you?
like shriveled, hairless,
It's inevitable nakedness of old age. That hits hard.
Yeah.
oddly shaped. Yeah.
Well, I've just been used to it seeing it in the mirror for years.
All day.
Ouch.
Yeah.
All day long, several times a day,
Yeah.
for several hours at a time.
When I go to the bathroom, I just have to get all completely naked.
Oh, I've made peace with that years.
This isn't a Seinfeld episode. This is a Futurama episode.
Shrinkage, Larry.
Did they do that inside?
Jerry.
In Seinfeld,
What's your name again?
What's the friend, the best friend?
George? Or...
George. Yeah, he takes off all his clothes or something when he goes to the bathroom, and at some point that is the whole premise of an episode.
Yeah.
Anyone?
If we do a Seinfeld episode, I'm going to have some trouble.
I
Let's
don't
just say.
think I can remember watching like the first season or two, but then nothing.
Yeah, so
I don't even
I was
probably-
not on that train too much.
I don't even think I watched the final episode that everybody hates.
It's
Actually, that's funny because I actually liked the final episode, and probably for the wrong reasons. So they, anyway.
well, this isn't a Seinfeld episode. It's
Correct.
a Futurama episode,
Correct.
and it's also time to take a break.
Ooh, sounds good.
But before we do, I invite all of our listeners to let us know what they think Slurm tastes like. If they think that Velveeta is the greatest cheese,
They don't.
if they would rather spend a year with Zap or just sleep with them once and be done. What were the other things?
You said
they
eternity, not a year.
Well, forever.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, forever.
Forever. We could
What-
change it to a year because that's a closer one, right? Like,
That's
no,
how long it will take.
No
before
sexy
it's
fun times, but you're
you eat
stuck
him.
with them for a year.
I would probably eat them.
After a
'Cause
year?
Let's be
Sure.
realistic. I'm lazy.
And hungry.
And if food just isn't delivered to me, I'm going to go with the easiest possible solution.
And that's murdering somebody.
And that's murdering somebody that's
Before
lazy.
get some fruit.
Brought to you by DoorDash.
If there's no DoorDash.
DoorDash. Don't murder your friends.
It's somebody that I could murder, like, probably by just
Order
dropping
us
a big
instead.
rock on them. Because they're just sleeping.
DoorDash. Put down that rock. We'll get it to you fast. Yeah.
Does DoorDash deliver Velveeta? Just like a block of Velveeta?
Probably. I think you can get
you
grocery delivery.
Pay
with
them enough.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that Velveeta will cost you
Anything legal,
$72.50
you're
though.
You're exactly.
Yeah.
And that's before.
Before tip
Yes.
and delivery fee.
Yes.
And they might just
And
take a bite
municipal
out of it.
taxes.
And
No,
they'll-
actually, it's
and they'll
with
forget your
municipal
Velveeta.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, so let us know all of your opinions on all the shit that we talked about, which I can't remember everything because that's been minutes.
Minutes.
Anyway,
Harsh minutes.
so we'll be back with a fancy recipe.
A real
some,
recipe.
Some food.
Not just
It's not just Mountain Dew.
Food-colored Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew
I
and
was going to say
Powerade.
Mountain Aid and Power Dew. That's wrong.
A Futurama-inspired recipe, courtesy of Chef Aaron.
All right.
Ba-da-pop, ba-da-pop.
Food.
Welcome back to A Pinch of Nerd, the podcast where we pinch nerds. And that's about it, right?
Well, there's eating.
Oh, right, we're eating. And that is a damn good segue. Thanks, Mark.
I
We
do what I can.
Have
Do what I can.
a special Futurama-ish
Adjacent.
inspired
Very adjacent. Yeah.
recipe
Property
here,
values are high, like I said.
courtesy of Chef Aaron. And I don't know what it is. It looks like a heap of stuff on a plate with some shit on it.
Good. Good.
I'm
description.
sure
Some
that it'll be
delicious
good.
looking shit.
It
Yes,
does
very
look
important.
delicious, but I will let Chef Aaron describe what I am about to pinch and put in my mouth.
There you go.
So, like always, I like to come up with something that's not exactly a recipe from the show, but is inspired by the show. And so,
Is
what
this inspired by Bender's inability to cook?
no, it is inspired by
Ouch.
That's
Actually-
because
Hermes?
yes,
Yeah.
it is inspired by actually. I do think Hermes is one of the better characters in the show, and since he is
not
Jamaican,
Barbados Slim.
no, he's a jerk. But speaking of jerks, this is my jerk sauce.
Oh,
And I've served it up to you guys on some shredded chicken. And
Yes.
enjoy.
Are you sure it
Yes.
doesn't have Mountain Dew in it?
No, it does not have any Mountain Dew
am I
in
getting
it.
a hint of cardamom?
No,
and
it has no
dragon fruit.
Do you want to hit this with the Spice Weasel?
Yes. No, Spice Weasel has nothing on this.
This is delicious.
Thank you.
This is excellent. And yeah, do I get a hint of, I think, allspice?
Yes, there is definitely
Reminds
some
me of
allspice.
a Southern Ohio delicacy. Cincinnati chili.
This is really good and really spicy.
And that's the funny thing is that
It's got a bite.
this is the first time I made it. It was about double the spice on that.
Dang.
So, what is jerk? Other than you, ha ha, yeah. But seriously, what is jerk?
Theoretical high five.
It's just a spice mixture. I'm not 100% sure. Just the Caribbean flavors, the Jamaican flavors. I probably should know more about what it actually is, but I just know.
Well, I can tell you it's hot and a little sweet, which we've talked before about sweet and spicy.
Yes.
Do you know what would be really good on this?
Velveeta.
God damn right, some Velveeta.
It's like he's predictable or something.
What kind of cheese would pair best with being jerked around with a chicken like this?
And why is it not Velveeta?
I would actually go with something that does melt, and while I wouldn't pick Velveeta or cheddar,
But
I-
Velveeta melts the best.
I might pick like a Havarti or Monterey Jack or something, kind of mild and creamy that would like melt really well, and then you could make like a really good sandwich.
Oaxaca cheese.
That's
Oh.
Yeah, oh yeah.
a good thing about this
I'm
recipe
here for your
is
math plays.
you can do it just about any way you want it because it's all it is the sauce. So you can do it like this, like pulled chicken, pulled pork. You can do it on chicken wings.
Could you jerk a wiener?
You could pretty much jerk a wiener, yes. You could do with that all you wanted.
Do you get it? You get that, Mark?
No. No, I
You're gonna make
don't.
Mark choke.
No, I don't.
Well, good thing we're not having wieners then, because then you choke on a wiener.
Yeah, that actually reminds. So we talked about the Robot Hell episode where Robot Hell was introduced, and the reason Robot Hell was introduced was because Bender started jacking on,
That's true.
and that was sort of like robot opium, I guess.
Oh, for a second there, I thought you were licking the plate.
So,
I actually did lick the plate. I did.
so what are the spices that are in this? For those that are listening to us, enjoy this wonderful jerk.
Yes,
Let's see.
you don't have to divulge all your secrets, of course.
Well, considering that the recipe is going to be available online,
There we go.
That's pretty much revealing
Exactly.
all my
all
secrets.
secrets revealed. Okay.
Off the top of my head, definitely has allspice, has cinnamon, has nutmeg, it has cumin, has oregano, it has thyme, has red pepper flakes, it has. I'm trying to think of everything that goes in there. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Curry
a lot.
powder?
No.
Interesting.
Onion powder, garlic powder.
Okay.
There's definitely some brown sugar, but that goes in with the. So we start off with a mix of apple cider vinegar and brown and white sugar. Mix that with some paste that you make from garlics, a little bit of water, red pepper flakes, and again, I'm blanking on it for some reason. Mix that in.
It's a good list.
Normally it has habanero peppers in it.
It does.
Scotch bonnet.
Scotch,
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Oh,
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
They're orange.
Yep.
I did not use any fresh peppers in this.
Oh.
Just because it's a little bit more to taste.
This is a great sauce. This is I can't get over. This is good.
Do
This
you-
is. I want to put this on like
On a wiener?
big.
On a couple of big breasts,
Yes, some thighs actually. I'm more of a thigh guy.
smeared on some thighs.
Some chicken thighs. Yeah, because you can do anything with chicken thigh. You cannot. I have my missteps in the kitchen. You cannot screw up chicken thighs.
Wanna bet?
Yes, you can. I was gonna.
You got to try really hard though.
You can
What if
screw
you
up
put-
just about
You can try
anything.
just about anything.
What
But
if you put some Velveeta on them chicken thighs?
you have just screwed up chicken thighs. There's one example of how you can screw up chicken thighs.
What if you put a poplar
Oh.
on the chicken thigh?
What about poplar thighs?
Ooh.
Poplar thighs. Yeah.
What about orangutan thighs?
No.
They would be pretty.
I still
meaty.
think poplars would be delicious.
Could you jerk a poplar and then could you jerk an orangutan
jerking an orangutan would probably be pretty hard.
and could you
Dun, dun.
I don't get it.
could you jerk them at the same time?
If you had a magnifying glass for the poplar, yeah.
How many different species could you jerk at one time?
7.
What is an appropriate jerking technique for when you want to create that jerk sauce?
Well, I mean, you got to get the liquid going, and then
Yeah.
you want to work it up and down a little bit.
Okay.
Got to mash everything together.
Yep.
Do you have to cook it?
Yes.
Cook it real good. Get it hot.
It all hot.
You gotta get it hot. Yep.
Do you have to get it nasty?
No,
Or does nastiness just come?
it's as nasty as you want to be.
Yep. Yep. Jerk a wiener. Anyway.
If you had to jerk a wiener, would you rather jerk Fry's wiener or Zap?
We're really doing this.
It's been pointed out that I've been saying Zap incorrectly. I thought it was Z-A-P-F. I'm wrong.
You are wrong.
It is Z-A-P-P.
Zap.
Zap. So would you rather jerk Zap's wiener or Fry's wiener?
Can I ask, so for the sake of the podcast, I'm going to say that Fry went to one grocery store to buy wieners and Zap went to a different grocery store to buy wieners. What makes their wieners different?
I don't know. So you're sitting there.
Yep.
You've got some jerk sauce in front of you.
Yep.
Fry comes up to you with a wiener in his hand.
Yes, he's very proud of his wiener. Got it. Yep.
Zap walks up to you on the other side and says, "Hey, I have a wiener also." But you've
totally something Zap would
only
say.
got enough jerk to jerk one of their wieners.
Which wiener
Well,
do you jerk?
Do you want it to be kosher or not?
Oh.
Who's more likely to have the kosher wiener?
Not Zap, who's been in space for a long time.
Oh.
Fry.
Yeah. I got to go with the Fry wiener.
So you're gonna jerk Fry's wiener.
I'm going to jerk Fry's wiener. And I think he would appreciate that. And I think he'd find it to be very good.
I think I'm going to agree with you because I think he's going to enjoy it more.
He's going to appreciate
He's
it.
going to appreciate it more. Zap, he's just going to take the jerking and he's going to leave.
He'll talk about it. He'll talk about it very, very derogatively quite a bit.
Chef, Wanda,
Everybody's nodding their head.
what are your thoughts on who you're going to jerk?
I'm staying out of this one.
Oh.
I'm letting you have that fantasy all to yourself.
Yeah, it's my fault for participating.
I don't really
Sorry,
want to put
folks.
it on a hot dog, so I'm good.
Would it be good on a hot dog?
No.
Why not?
I mean,
not?
I
It
guess, but
A nice, like, sausage.
Kind of grilled meat. Yeah. Well, is this, I guess, yeah, because we just ate this as like a finishing sauce, right? But would you mostly cook with this or would you actually like finish a dish with this?
I would, well, like this, I pulled the chicken and cooked it in the sauce.
Oh, you did?
When I've done it with chicken wings, I grilled the wings
Oh my God,
and
this would be
basically
amazing
basted it on the
chicken
wings as they were grilling.
Holy shit. I just thought of chicken wings with that sauce.
that would be
And-
delicious.
All the talk of Fry's wiener is just disappeared. It just like into the ether is like chicken wings and jerk sauce.
So the Southern chicken lawyer in Futurama,
would be delicious
you'd
with
rip
this sauce.
his wings off.
I would jerk
And
the
jerk the
shit
shit out of those wings.
that country lawyer. Buck out.
I'm just a hyperspace chicken.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
This is excellent. Any
Actually, Southern Chicken Lawyer. I don't know what his actual name is, but that character is. We were talking about the auxiliary characters that we really like,
yeah,
and everyone said Robot Devil.
because he's the
Foghorn
he's
Leghorn Chicken Lawyer might be my favorite.
You're wrong.
Well,
but,
I'm
I mean,
right for myself.
Whatever.
Yeah. All right.
But he is a good character.
I'm not going to argue it. He's a dumb.
He's up there.
It's a
He's
dumb
one
character.
of my favorite characters.
But sometimes I just need a good dose of dumb, and that delivers absolutely.
What about the white judge? And I think his name is Judge White. Isn't it?
Judge Whitey, I
It
believe.
just Whitey, yeah. A little over the top for me. I ironically, I really like the chicken lawyer.
A little too much white. For
A
me.
little too on the nose or on the skin. I think Wanda's sticking to Robot Devil. It's a good
100%.
choice. Are you not? It's an audio.
What was the question?
It's an auditory. So we were going back to.
We're just arguing which additional characters are also awesome.
Yeah.
We're just listing a bunch of just Futurama
Okay,
characters.
so yes, Robot Devil.
Yeah.
Hey,
'cause
remember this guy?
we talked
He's funny.
like in the very auxiliary characters, and then I forgot because again I'm the one that's watched 34 Seconds of Adventure Time. I forgot about the chicken lawyer, and I'm like, oh no, bring it back. Rewind. Chicken lawyer is my favorite auxiliary character.
What's his name?
The lion that eats tofu.
Oh,
Oh, that's unfortunate. Does that count as an auxiliary character? Because like literally, there's like cut away to lion, and then lion is basically dying, and then I just feel bad.
But then he eats somebody at the end. He eats one.
The
of
lion does?
Yes.
No,
He attacks.
Lur eats the hippie.
Yeah. And
That's the
then it
34
gets all
seconds
high.
I've seen. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
he's
right.
totally
Yeah.
dripping out right now.
Whoa,
Yep.
my
Yep.
hands.
And they can't touch each. They,
Anything but themselves.
yes, that's it.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
Lur is a great character. His wife is also.
Lur is second placed. No, Lur is actually above Chicken Lawyer. See, this is hard, right? Like
That's what I'm saying. That's why they're all the
Lur
best
is a
and favorite characters.
fantastic character, and Inda is really good, really awesome as well.
Inda.
Lur, cottage cheese.
All right, so I think that that wraps up today's episode. Unless
Nailed
anyone
it.
else has any other random Futurama characters that you just want to say how much they're your favorite.
Chicken Lawyer.
Chicken
Lur.
wire.
I nailed it.
What about Nibbler? Thoughts on Nibbler?
Oh.
I honestly could go without Nibbler, except he's
I like the
also
voiceover actor that does Nibbler.
in one of
That's
my
about
favorite episodes, the Brains episode, where the brains come
Yes, the
and they leave for
brain
no
slugs.
reason.
Isn't that the brain slugs?
Brain Spawn. Brain Slugs is a good one too.
Oh, okay.
What about Melvar?
Oh,
Melvar, the basically
The cloud from Star Trek?
the like magnetic
Oh,
cloud
the
that
Star
lives in
Trek
his mother's
episode.
basement.
yes. Oh my god, that
Basically,
episode is
and-
so
Same voice actor as Lur.
And he like has all of the Star Trek characters.
except for
Captive.
Scotty because he has Welshie.
Welshie, who
Forgot about Welshie.
dies about 20 times in that
Keeps getting
episode.
electrocuted.
Yeah. I would put that up there.
Melvar, yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
Melvar's
good. That's a
way
good
up there.
one-off character for sure. Because I guess Lur is a recurring character, Chicken Lawyer recurring, Roberto's recurring.
How did they
Robot
defeat
Devil.
Melvar?
Oh,
They make an episode.
Well, that's how they escape the planet. but
yeah,
then
they
he
have to come
chases them,
back.
and there's something very nerdy and specific.
It's not the
way
trivia
they,
show.
They defeat him.
It's not the trivia show.
No, doesn't his mom just come in and
and it makes
And
him
make
make
him
him
go
go to
back?
dinner.
He gets very upset because they point out the
the
craft that he was in. He took it out of the box,
oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
and
yeah.
he loses his shit.
Yes, and then you just okay.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
same bit that they did in The Simpsons with the collector. One of the
Big tin box.
Treehouse of Horror episodes.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, this was a delicious jerk. I've
Some good jerking.
jerked a number of chickens in my life,
Word up.
and this is probably my top 3 jerks.
And most of them he didn't even eat.
I am genuinely excited to have, because I know your favorite food is chicken wings. This sauce and chicken wings, holy crap! And you like to eat it like straight up. None of that ranch blue cheese nonsense.
I wouldn't put ranch on that sauce.
No.
Blue cheese?
I would not put a sauce
Yeah,
on
just
top of the sauce.
Straight up this.
Like
eat
the jerk sauce.
I want wings with
What
this.
if-
I do.
No.
Stay with me.
Velveeta, no.
Stay
It
with
was a
me.
Velveeta-based sauce.
No.
Still no. The cheese professional is.
What if
spoken.
it was a Velveeta jerk sauce?
That
Could
sounds
you
terrible.
Could you jerk Velveeta? If you had a log of Velveeta, could you jerk it?
You can jerk anything.
There you go. If you
With
put your
enough-
mind to it.
I was gonna say with enough willpower
There you go. And fortitude.
and hand strength.
Oh.
And on that note,
Yes.
it's time to say goodbye. So let us know if you do try this jerk recipe at home. Let us know what you think. Add some comments.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd like to thank warmly our special
Yes.
guest, Wanda the Cheese Wizard.
Thank you for providing some very insightful Velveeta-related information. I think you talked about some other cheeses. I don't remember. I just remember the discussion about Velveeta
12-year-old, don't forget.
and how much that you love it, and
Yes.
you would put it on just about everything.
Yes, you asked me what my favorite cheese was and then did not actually want the answer.
No, because it's Velveeta.
Acknowledged.
Yes.
I know the answer is Velveeta, so I don't need to hear it. But if you want to offer a different opinion to both Chef Aaron and Mark, I don't want to take that away from
That's
you.
like picking a
But
favorite
whatever
child.
you say, I'm just going to
Velveeta's
hear
my
it
favorite
every
child.
Ugh.
Well, if you're asking, I would say Otteray Reserve, which is a Basque sheep and goat's milk cheese. No. And it I named my cat after it because it sounded like a little girl's name.
Yummy, delicious.
And if I was going for a soft cheese, I would pick Castelbelbo, which is a Italian 3-milk soft ripened cheese. Delicious.
Are you ASMRing Velveeta right
Yes.
now while really
No, that's
delicious
just-
cheeses are being described?
All I hear is Velveeta.
I understand. I mean, I don't.
Honestly,
I
I mean-
don't understand.
Half the time my wife is talking to me, all I hear is Velveeta.
Fair enough.
Just ask her. She'll tell you it's the truth.
Well, to be fair, she's usually just talking about Velveeta too. So
That's true. She does talk about Velveeta a lot.
That's the world we live in. Anyway, let us know what you think about this. But it's time to say goodbye. Thanks, Wanda. Thanks, Chef. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Jay.
Thanks, Jay.
thank you.
I did a good job of talking about Velveeta today.
For a show about Futurama, you talked a lot about Velveeta. Impressive.
Velveeta Rama.
Ooh, that's a good show.
There you go.
That's a spinoff. We should totally do that. All right, bye, everybody.
Have a good
See
one.
ya.
Yeah.
Velveeta.